Major turnaround in defense strategy is brewing in Ottawa policy circles. Prime Minister Mark Carney has ordered the Defense Ministry to review a $132 billion contract to buy American F-35 fighter jets, which could mean the end of long-term cooperation with the U.S. under the Joint Strike Fighter program. The reasons for the turnaround are the multifaceted trade tensions between the U.S. and Canada, which have forced Ottawa to think about the reliability of partners. Alarming data on the combat readiness of the Canadian Air Force, only 40% of aircraft in working order, are causing serious concern amid events in the North Black Sea. Countries are increasing defense production. Germany, France, Italy, and Spain have increased their military budgets. The European Commission is creating funds for joint production of weapons. The Eurofighter Typhoon is being considered as an alternative to the F-35. The Rafale and Gripen are particularly interesting to Canadians due to their cost-effectiveness and ease of maintenance. The Swedish fighter was already on the short list of the previous tender. European aircraft may be more profitable for Canada. Significant discounts and guarantees are possible in large-scale purchases. European manufacturers are ready for flexible cooperation on technology transfer. The situation in the future transatlantic sources of military equipment among Western allies will have consequences not only for the Canadian Air Force, but for the entire architecture of defense cooperation in the North Atlantic. Ottawa must find a balance between strategic autonomy and allied commitments, the choice facing Canada in the military aviation sphere. After the decision to renegotiate the F-35 deal, Ottawa is considering 3 European fighters as alternatives. Eurofighter Typhoon, a joint project of the United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, and Spain. Although it does not have the stealth technology of the F-35, this fourth-generation fighter demonstrates impressive capabilities in air combat and ground operations. For the vast territory of Canada, its flight range and high-altitude performance are particularly attractive. Maintenance costs are lower than the F-35. However, the system of supplying spare parts through a consortium of 4 countries may create certain logistical difficulties. Dassault Rafale, a multi-role fighter capable of performing air superiority missions, attacking ground targets, and conducting naval operations. Despite the lack of advanced stealth technology, the aircraft has a modern design with low radar signature. India, Greece, and Egypt highly rate its performance. With proper organization of the support network, maintenance problems can be avoided. Swedish Gripen, known for its cost-effectiveness, ease of maintenance, and adaptability to cold climates. This relatively light fighter is especially effective in operations with short takeoff and landing. Gripen offers the lowest operating costs among fourth-generation fighters, allowing Canada to purchase more aircraft. Although there are American alternatives, such as the Boeing F-15EX or FA-18EF Super Hornet, their choice will not solve the problem of dependence on the United States. More and more voices in Canada are calling for strengthening strategic partnerships with European manufacturers. Political and economic factors. The possible revision of the F-35 deal is sparking debates in Canadian defense and political circles. The situation is particularly relevant against the backdrop of growing defense production in the EU and increasing orders from European countries. Experts note that while the F-35 is the most technologically advanced fifth-generation fighter, its high operating costs remain a challenge. The Swedish Gripen is known for its low maintenance costs but lacks stealth capabilities. The Typhoon and Rafale occupy an intermediate position in terms of cost and efficiency. Currently, only 40% of the Canadian Air Force's fleet is operational, making the ease of maintenance of new aircraft a crucial factor. Gripen has an advantage in this aspect and is well suited for northern conditions. Trade frictions with the United States are pushing Ottawa to cooperate with Europe. The cancellation of the F-35 deal could send a strong signal to Washington, although it would also raise questions about joint aerospace defense projects. Implications for Canada's military strategy. Canadian manufacturers are concerned about potential deterioration in cooperation with the U.S. However, integration into European defense programs could open new opportunities for Canadian industry. Polls show a split in public preferences. Gripen attracts attention due to cost-effectiveness. Typhoon aligns with NATO standards. Rafale offers technological autonomy. The Air Force Command leans towards the F-35 due to its advanced technology and compatibility with NATO and U.S. systems. If Ottawa holds a quick tender, a new decision could be made within 1 to 2 years. This decision will impact both Canada's military technical potential and international relations. Some analysts believe that Ottawa could benefit from positioning itself as a European Union partner, reducing dependence on the U.S. However, geographic proximity and Washington's dominant role in global geopolitics significantly limit such a move. European production capacity and Canada's timeline European manufacturers are already overloaded with large orders from Greece, Croatia, India, and the UAE. A Canadian contract for 60 to 80 aircraft could be welcomed, but delivery timelines remain uncertain. Leaks from the Canadian Ministry of Defence suggest that an analysis of alternatives, including the Rafale, Gripen, and Typhoon, has already been conducted. However, selecting and finalizing a new aircraft deal could take at least 2 years, which is critical given